Hello and welcome back to Super Midtier. Today we're going to be checking out Card-en-Ciel. It's a upcoming roguelike deck builder. Kind of, based on what I can see on the Steam page, it looks to be in the same vein as the Mega Man Battle Network games, if you ever played those. I personally have, and I always really enjoyed the game. Basically they work as, you know, like I said, it's a deck builder game. It's kind of an action RPG style where you're moving around on a grid and different attacks can affect certain columns or ranks. Basically, this. But taking the concept and making it a roguelike, which to me sounds pretty awesome. So this is just going to be the demo. The game is coming out. I believe the date is October 24th. So you try the demo for yourself. According to the in-game menu at the start, looks like the demo contains 3 dungeons, one of which is the tutorial. So we're going to jump in, probably do the tutorial first. Real world. Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's supposed to be, please save the world.
Everything about this message is suspicious.
It's like you're trapped in a video game or something.
Project RT.
Which is a bit of a cliche story, if I'm being honest.
A dead end? No way!
Salazar.
I'm begging you, card deck. Please, heed my call.
The heart of the
If only I
cards.
had proper access.
And of course, since it is in a game, it's kind of got that weird fantasy RPG tech aesthetic, which I don't know. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of it, just because it kind of meshes. It doesn't mesh very well together, the fantasy and the sci-fi vibes. I personally don't like it. Some people really like it. I mean, it's not bad. I don't hate it. It's not my preferred aesthetic, I guess you could say.
Project RT. Yup, this is Rust Tactics. Full dive complete. Now then, you must be the one who sent me that request. I'm Neon Nanashiki. I assume you know me?
The gaming chair detective? Why are you here?
What? I have no idea what's going on.
Wait, this is Salazar from Ginkendo's Monster Racing RPG. Capsule creatures, isn't it?
Oh, so it's not a coincidence that it's similar to Charizard. They're literally.
Are Helios for real?
It's
I know
literally.
the game's still mid-development, but using characters from other properties is a big no-go.
Yeah, the guy's literally legally distinct Charizard.
Not like a hacker's got any right to talk, but are they really adhering to compliance and stuff?
That's
Apparently
mad
not.
obstructive data. Otherwise known as a mod. It's an anomaly that exists regardless of the dev team's wishes. Be careful.
Alright, let's see how combat works.
You gotta be kidding me. This thing just shrugged off a debug weapon. That's cheating.
Mods are anomalies. Weapons from this game's world won't work against them. Please take this, Mr. Detective.
A card deck? It doesn't seem like it works, though.
No way. I thought you could make it work. I created the deck myself, but it requires a high level of administrative access to use.
Well then, that makes things simple. Been a while since I had to go all out. This'll be good.
Yeah, and I just realized, like, he has both, like, the red and the green streaks in his hair. Literally is. And blue! Oh my
Admin
god.
access granted. Time for a prismatic show.
Really, it's like literally playing a game with Spot the Pro tag.
The deck activated in an instant. Now it should work. You're currently open to the enemy's attacks. Please try and avoid them.
Okay, avoiding enemy attacks. A card can be used in various ways, mainly for movement or attacking enemies. Take this card, for example. Pressing B will use the card to move you upwards, dodging the enemy attack. Select a card. Press B.
Use a card to move.
10 damage. Well, this one does more damage. Press X to discard your current hand and end your turn when you are done. Okay, so it's not
The enemy will begin
exactly
their
like
attack once your turn is
Battle
over.
Network.
so be careful.
It's definitely, you know, the grid system is kind of similar, but definitely kind of takes their own little setup for it.
Now it's our turn to attack.
Your cost will recover at the beginning of each turn. You also draw 5 cards. Yeah, so it seems a bit more like Slay the Spire, actually, because you got every card has a cost. So it's a bit like they just combined Slay the Spire and Mega Man Battle Network. Okay, press A to trigger card's effect and attack the enemy. Cost will be consumed in doing so. The process referred to as playing a card.
The card's power should allow you to deal damage.
Okay. I guess we'll just attack.
Forward!
Nice going. Now, let's prepare for the enemy's attack.
Select a card and press B to use it for movement.
You can end your turn even if you still have cards in hand.
So,
Right. I think I've got this down. Leave the rest to me.
Please take care.
viewing the tutorial, access the submenu to revisit any tutorials you have already seen. Okay. I do kind of like the idea how you can both, each one you can choose to attack or to move. Alright. I guess I'll use one of these to move and the other one to attack with. Y? What does Y do?
I couldn't hope for a better battlefield. I couldn't hope for a...
Hey there, cutie pie.
Let's play.
It's not what it looks like.
Alright, so let's attack with this one.
He's the only one that understands me.
Subdue them. Show them no mercy.
And then we'll... let's move down. Okay.
Our turn.
Allow me to show you my
4
full
damage,
potential.
draw 2 cards. Yeah.
Take this.
Forward! Forward!
He's the only one that understands me.
Okay, will I move down if I... Okay, no, I won't. Alright, so we'll use this one to go up.
No need to rush.
What a lovely sight.
He's the only one that understands me. Take this.
Forward! Forward!
Alright. Kind of starting to get the hang of the combat.
Full dive games. That's the official term for fully immersive VR games.
Ugh.
With how commonplace they are nowadays, many people started referring to the games as another side of the real world.
Why is it always like these fully immersive VR things is such a big thing in like sci-fi media? It's a big thing in a lot of like anime, like what was that? God, I'm blanking on the name. Sword Art Online. Yeah, so it's a big thing in Sword Art Online. It's a big thing in Ready Player One. I don't know. It's like a big thing. Personally, I have very little interest in VR. I mean, VR. I've tried it a few times. It's cool, but to me, I care more about like the game's, you know, mechanics and the actual gameplay than I do about being immersed in it.
An unfortunate side to the birth of this new world, however, was that the laws of the real world held no meaning whatsoever within it.
Then again, maybe me not liking VR is just an example of me, old man yelling at Cloud. It's like, damn VR games. Kids these days don't know what it's like to hold a controller and really immerse yourself in the mechanics.
As full dive games grew more popular, so did the rise of criminal activity using them as a proxy. Illicit transactions of illegal items, fraud, an even bigger rise of hacking and cracking. These became known as full dive crimes. Issues so serious that they've become a major point of contention within the real world. As a result, one man made it his mission to protect the people from those crimes. Perched on his glowing rainbow chair, this incredible hacker resolved any and all cases pertaining to games.
Okay, so I see it now. The reason why he has his hairstyle, it's literally RGB. God, I'd make fun of him, but honestly, I got an RGB computer and keyboards. I kind of thought they were stupid and tacky at first, but then I got one for myself, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of see the appeal now.
Neon Nanashiki, the gaming chair detective. That's how the people refer to me.
All right. I did gotta say, so off the bat, I like the mechanics of the gameplay, but the story is kind of leaving something to be desired. So I'm hoping there's something that later on down the line to like hook me in with the story.
Salazar has completely disassembled. We should be safe now.
Then again, I don't know. Everyone's a little different this way. I personally prefer gameplay over story. As long as the story is halfway decent and, you know, gives me some context for what I'm doing, I'm usually satisfied. But, you know, sometimes a good story overrides the gameplay. Ideally, you would have great story and gameplay and not have to compromise either, but, you know, not every game can do that.
That was quite the precarious situation. Thank you very much for saving me, Neon. My name is Ansi.
Ansi, huh? Why was that Salazar chasing you
Is
anyway?
Ansi a real name? Kind of sounds French.
As you know, Rust Tactics is being developed by Helios. But something strange is going on in this world. I'm not sure why, but game data from outside is making its way into the world. That's what I mean by mad obstructive data.
You did say mod in reference to that Salazar.
Other game worlds have even been leaking into certain areas, resulting in the creation of dungeon. I myself am a part of Helios, though I don't belong to the RT development team.
So, what are you then? Like a sentient NPC or something?
For the time being, though, they're having me log into RT to seek out the cause of this mod phenomena. The reason that deck is effective against mods is because it's fashioned from the same data as them. Analyzing a mod's data and turning it into a card will allow you to use its abilities.
Fighting fire with fire, I see. Which makes this deck our one and only way of dealing with them.
As for that email, I'd left it as a draft, but somehow it got sent. Why did you make your way here in spite of how little was written?
Well, the sender was Project RT. I knew that was the internal name for Rust Tactics, Helios Interactive's latest full dive game. Mainly thanks to a certain data broker. Other than that, curiosity, really. Not only was it vague, there wasn't any mention of a work term or even remuneration.
I mean, how do you figure that Project RT is Rust Tactics? I mean, RT could stand for just about anything. Like, yeah, you might know that they use that as the internal name, but, you know, could be some other company uses Project RT for something completely different. And it could be not even a game. Like, RT could be the name, Project RT could be the name of some, like, new version of, like, Windows Excel or something. Like, just spreadsheet program.
I wasn't sure if I could prepare anything for you in the first place, hence why it was left in my drafts.
It's thanks to said email that I've come across both you and a case as interesting as this.
I don't know why I'm nitpicking the story so much.
As for my remuneration, how about we meet up offline for some food and drinks, once this is all wrapped up?
Does that mean you're willing to accept the job?
Of course, assuming you're okay with my offer.
I am. Thank you.
Then we've got an agreement. Looking forward to working with you, Ansi.
Likewise. Huh?
Ansi? What's wrong?
There seems to be a large-scale mod leak occurring nearby. Let's make our way there, Neon.
No rest for the wicked, I guess.
Alright. So it should be the tutorial dungeon. Yggdrasil.
This must be the
something.
dungeon belonging to the world that's leaking into Rust Tactics. Huh?
What's wrong?
That's weird. Feels like my deck got a lot lighter. Did some of my cards disappear?
Perhaps the data was overwritten due to us hopping between worlds. Oh no! Almost all of the cards we made in Rust Tactics have disappeared.
It's probably safe to assume that the deck will get reset every time we enter a new dungeon.
Okay, yeah, explaining the
That might pose a problem.
roguelike mechanics.
No sense in crying over spilt milk. I'll just have to make a new deck each time.
I'm so sorry. I should have anticipated this.
Don't sweat it. This is par for the course when it comes to detective work.
I'll make sure to create a backup before they disappear from here on out.
That'll be a big help. That aside, I did some hacking to get a better idea on what to expect from this dungeon. but it all has a familiar ring to it. A world with a sacred tree, mana, and an empire? That sure sounds like YR9 to me.
Oh, Yggdrasil Records 9! That franchise is so popular that even non-gamers are aware of it.
Yggdrasil Records. Is this like they're the legally distinct Final Fantasy or something? Although Yggdrasil, it could be Dragon Quest.
Not just domestically, but even overseas as well. It's been doing incredible numbers as a result.
So, how do we go about restoring this dungeon to its original state?
Someone here is likely to be in possession of partition data, which is causing the leak into RT's world. First, we need to locate them and obtain said data. Repairing that should also restore RT's world too.
I'd be willing to bet that either Alfric or Canaria has it, considering they're the main characters. That or the final boss. No sense in pondering too much. Let's get searching.
Okay.
Okay, gonna be the dungeon. So we're down here at the bottom. Speed is speed up.
Let's try out your new deck.
Approach the enemy to commence battle.
That counter is suspicious. Be careful.
You may notice a time counter on certain enemies. Time counters decrease each time you make use of a card and will allow the enemy to attack instantly once they reach 0. Okay. Time counter will decrease each time a card is used.
Timing your movements is vital to dodging attacks.
Okay, so our attacks are much more simple. Alright, so let's do shoot. Shoot again. Once counter reaches 0. Okay.
The enemy's attack is coming. Be careful.
Okay, so we go up. There we go.
It's not over yet. Don't let
okay.
your guard down.
Eat this!
Do a blade, and then back down to center. Boost will increase damage dealt to enemies for the duration of the turn. Gain boost. Damage and break 2 enemies plus 1% at the end of turn. So yeah, let's go ahead and play that first. Summon. Forge a rush card when summoning and at start at turn. Summon an object to the field that provides a listed effect. Forge a card into hand. Forge cards will disappear upon leaving hand. Forge 2 rush cards. What is a rush card? Alright, let's do, let's use this one.
I'll keep my promise, no matter what.
Stay away.
Settle down, will you?
Time number 1, right?
Take this!
Stay away.
Take this! No!
Tell me what you desire, I'll make it come true.
That was 6 damage, so let's go ahead and finish him off. Banish 1 card from your hand, gain 3 boost equal to the total of the cost. Forge a rush card. I still don't know what a rush card is.
Never underestimate.
Oh, that's
Never
the rush
underestimate
card.
a steady onslaught of attacks.
Okay, so just
Never underestimate a steady onslaught of attack.
Keep your hands on my hilt, okay?
okay. The voices are a little annoying.
Never underestimate a steady onslaught of attacks.
So, rush is they're kind of like Shiv cards in Slay the Spire. That makes sense. I'm gonna take this one. Draw.
Do I really look that terrifying?
Draw cards are always good.
Back to exploring we go. Look, a treasure chest.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah,
It doesn't matter how long it takes to read.
So you can obtain cards straight from treasure chests, huh?
You should often find rare cards in them too.
Alright, let's ignore those enemies for now.
I can hear someone singing?
Singing? That may mean there's a muse nearby.
Muses. Enemy muses create negative effects in any battles in the adjacent area. Defeating them will not only eliminate these effects, but also allow you to recruit them.
You should fight that muse and recruit her. Be careful.
Enemy
Use
muse
a special
effects.
effect
When the
has been
first card
triggered.
played, the first card each turn is played, discard the leftmost card in your hand. Forge a number of rush cards equal to its cost.
Muses have all sorts of special abilities, so take care when fighting them.
Eat this! Take this!
Okay, so let me move up.
That was close. Let's make sure to avoid the next attack.
Yeah, I should have saved one of those to move. Each card has a significantly more powerful version of its effect. This is known as a special skill. Using a card's special skill with red special skill energy will cause it to become fractured, rendering it unusable. A card that has been fractured cannot be returned to normal. Press R2 to switch to
We're
special
left
skill.
with no choice. Let's use a special attack to get through the situation. Let's use a special attack to...
Using energy will cause this card to become fractured. Fractured card cannot be restored. Proceed.
Come on, let's clean it up. Hail Mist Refine!
What happened to the card I used for that special attack?
All of its power was expended. I'm afraid it's no longer usable.
So, you perform a powerful move in exchange for the card itself. Definitely not something I can use willy-nilly.
Card, recruit a muse. Defeating enemy muse will allow you to recruit a special muse card. Supported through song. Muse cards are unique in that they will not enter your hand directly. Instead, they will support you in battle through their songs. I'll explain how to use muses during the next battle. Okay, so condition forge 3 0-cost cards. Effect: when playing a card, forge a number of rush cards equal to its cost.
Struggling to keep your eyes off me?
Oh, no.
Will you stay with me forever?
There's nothing wrong with having your... There's nothing wrong with having your own desires. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, I'll take this one, I guess.
There's nothing wrong with having...
Back to exploring we go.
Alright, I'm gonna head back to this area and fight these guys now. Or at least one of them.
Father's enemy is my enemy.
It's happening again. I can't protect anyone.
It'll be okay. Don't let yourself panic.
I'll keep my promise, no matter...
I made this for you, Father.
Take this!
Enemy defeated.
Settle down, will you?
You're in charge, Father.
So let's move down. Then
Today's victory
got
is
it.
neon.
discard 2 cards from hand, draw 2 cards. Ooh. 28 damage.
Ah, man. This bites.
Gain 3 cost.
Ah, man.
Let's keep this momentum going. Father's enemy is my enemy.
It's happening again. I can't protect anyone.
Don't do anything crazy out there. Whatever he wants, I want.
Forge a rush card when summoning in at start of turn.
I'm number 1, right? I made this for you, Father. Let's make sure to avoid the next attack. This might be a bad...
Take this!
Jackpot!
Settle down, will you?
You're in charge, Father.
Barely broke a sweat.
I win our turn.
I can swim wherever I want. Sea, land, sky, anywhere.
Whatever.
Give me a little bite.
Alright, cool.
Congratulations, Neon.
I shall protect you to my last breath!
Yeah, we'll take that 0 cost
You
card.
did it.
Oh. More guys here.
Where's the fun in eating awful food?
It's happening again. I can't protect anyone.
That's eating good.
Settle down, will you? I'll keep my promise. No.
Take this! Take this! Eat this!
Alright.
Today's victor is Neon.
17 damage, -1 cost per tile move this turn. That could actually be
That
pretty
stalwart nature of yours is intriguing.
Back to exploring we go. Hopefully this is an easy opponent. Oh crap! Retreat! Retreat! Time number 1, right? Slash! I wouldn't expect
move
any
down.
less of you. Got you! I wouldn't expect any less.
Eat this!
Alright.
That was incredible, Neon!
That
take another one of
stalwart
these guys.
nature of yours is intriguing.
We're safe for now. Let's test out the Muse's power.
Muse and their support. Fulfilling certain conditions will allow an ally Muse to begin their performance, bestowing unique effects during battle. Triggering a performance during battle will bestow blue special skill energy. Blue special skill energy will allow you to activate special skills without fracturing your cards.
Each Muse has their own personal triggers for their concerts. Time number 1, right?
I'll keep.
Is this the sort of stuff you're into? I really love that on the side of you.
Okay, when playing a card, forge a number of rush cards equal to its cost.
The Muse's power has given you access to a special attack. I need this for you, Father.
Barely broke a sweat.
Those cool moments you have are so unfair. You're in charge, Bob.
I'm going all out! Eat this!
Jackpot!
Settle down, will you?
Take this!
A flawless victory.
Alright, so
Ah, man. This bites.
should be looking more at the...
That stalwart nature.
Do I really look that terrifying?
Let's take this one. Select the card to remove from your starting deck. Probably should do one of these basic attacks. Just one of these blades. Let's get that chest first, and then we'll go fight that enemy.
I'm detecting a treasure chest.
8 break. Inflicting break on an enemy will reduce its attack power.
Some salmon?
A blue card? I haven't seen one of these so far.
It seems that this card can lower an enemy's offense.
That sounds handy. Time to make some adjustments to my deck. This structural data is pretty complex, but I should be able to make partial alterations.
One break, 1 damage.
It worked! Awesome!
The card's effect changed? That's amazing!
Allow me to show you my full potential!
Whatever he wants, I
Oh,
want.
that enemy's gone now. That's okay. That's just a tutorial dungeon anyway.
You won't be able to dodge this attack. Try using the card you just obtained.
Using break to reduce an enemy's strength. Using a card with the break effect to attack, the enemy will reduce its attack power.
You need to reduce its damage. A big hug for you. I need this for you,
I'll keep my promise, no matter what.
Now you won't receive any damage. A powerful attack is coming, but there should be a way around it.
Break not only reduces the enemy's attack power, but also its balance. Reducing enemy's balance to 0 will cause it to enter breakdown, rendering it unable to act for 1 turn. Enemies in breakdown will receive double the damage. What's more, causing an enemy to enter breakdown will recover your cost by 1.
Try using another break card on it.
Okay, so break actually sounds kind of overpowered, honestly.
The enemy's been staggered. Use this opportunity to beat it to a pulp.
No! Eat this!
Okay.
Tell me what you desire, I'll make it come true.
Allow me to show you my full potential!
Time number 3. Is this the sort of stuff you're into? I really love that on the side of you.
I'll keep my promise, no matter what.
Forge 2 copies of this card.
May my chivalry shine! Forward!
Move.
Barely broke a sweat.
Take this! Take this!
I can still fight!
Take this! Take this!
Dread my name.
Take this! Take this!
Forward!
I'm getting real sleepy.
Color interesting.
Yeah.
This! Enemy in breakdown! Go all out on him!
You shine just as bright.
Take this!
Alright, cool.
This card is stronger than it would normally be.
Cheat codes. Recruiting card that has a cheat code applied to it will add its effect to every card with the same name in your deck. Ooh, that's pretty good. Maximum of 3 cheat codes can be applied to 1 card. These will be reset each time you enter a dungeon. Forge a rush card when played. I mean, that's
I shall protect you to my last breath!
pretty good.
I meant to ask, does the Yggdrasil Records franchise have any defining features?
As the name implies, one of the big focuses is on the tree of the same name. It plays a different role depending on the entry. Sometimes it's portrayed as a holy tree, other times it's portrayed as an evil one. It's even been used as a time machine. And then the protagonist turned out to be a sapling of it once.
Interesting. Anything goes for trees, I guess.
When a franchise gets that long, sure thing. Oh, there's rumors that the trees from each entry are all connected too.
That would make for a big plot twist.
A lot of lore for
I can swim wherever I want.
game we don't actually
Seas,
play.
land, sky,
A big hug for you. You're going out. I'm so happy.
I can swim wherever I want. Give me a little bite. That's eating good.
You're such a samurai.
Eat this!
Got you. You're such a...
Tell me what you desire, I'll make it come true.
Time number 1.
I'll keep...
Is this... I really love that on the side of you. Enemy in breakdown. Now's your chance.
Take this!
Flawless victory.
Do I really?
Let's keep this momentum going.
You shine just as bright as the moon in the night.
Beginning battle.
Alright, when the
happening
first
again.
card
I can't protect
each
anyone.
turn is played, discard the leftmost card in your hand and forge a number of rush cards equal to its cost.
I'll keep...
Is this... I really love that on the side of you.
Alright,
I'll keep my promise, no
I'll
matter
just use
what.
one of those to dodge.
Hey!
Take this! Take this! Take this!
Barely broke a sweat.
No! Take this! Take this! Take this!
I'm getting
Get a bunch of attacks in per turn.
A big hug for you. You're going out as a flawless victory. Keep your hands on.
Go with that one, I
How
guess.
about we take a break here? It's important to get proper rest.
Subjugation bonus, recovery. Defeating enemy in an area will yield a subjugation bonus. Selecting recovery will restore your HP.
You did it!
Oh, color me interested.
Still another enemy we gotta fight.
With pride at heart, we ride!
Watch out! There's something suspicious about that enemy's movement.
Press up to view enemy abilities. Oh, okay. Add 2 virus cards to hand. When played, or at end of turn, 3 damage to self, gain 3, whatever that is.
I'm number 1, right?
3 damage to self, gain 3 damage.
Forward!
Is this the sort I really love that on the side of me.
Alright, move.
That was close.
You shine just as bright as the moon in the night.
Take this! Take this! There! Take this!
Enemy in breakdown. You can land big damage.
Dread my name.
Take this! Take this! Take this!
I'm getting real sleepy. Beat them to a pulp.
Alright, we'll move.
Take this! There!
Enemy in breakdown. You can land big damage.
That doesn't make me the least bit
Alright,
happy.
condition. Play 3 zero-cost cards in 1 turn. Gain 3 boost whenever a zero-cost card is played.
I'm gonna go see my grandmother.
Alright, well, we're kind of focusing a lot on zero-cost cards.
Calm down, will you?
36 break?
Calm down, will you?
Gain 3
Feelings
cost.
came across clear as... Calm down, will you?
The world works in strange ways. Would you happen to need my help? Select a card to recruit. Card in hand. Forge a rush card when played.
Hopefully this is an easy opponent. Oh no! Japan's so scary. I'm number 1, right? A big hug for you. You're going out. I'm so happy.
You shine just as bright as the moon. Dread my name.
Jackpot!
You shine just as bright as the moon
Okay.
in the night.
Take!
I brought cake and wine for you. Off I go! That sure was a surprise.
You shine
No need to rush. Is this? I really love that on the side of you.
Take this! Take this!
Enemy in breakdown. You can land big damage. Those cool moments you have.
You look like you'd be pretty tasty too. Give me a little bite.
I'm starting to see like how
I
the
let myself get
combat
started
could lead to a lot of really interesting combinations. Discard 2 cards from hand and draw 2 cards.
A task requested by my master is a task
Draw
easily
6
done.
card.
A task
There's a lot of potential here in the combat.
Let's keep this momentum going. Oh,
I-
let's do that.
Like I said, like this game does feel like there's a lot. It's kind of a mixed bag in a lot of ways. Oh, what's this guy? Is this supposed to be like a
Sure is
dwarf?
a ruckus. What's going on?
What's your deal?
Don't do anything crazy out there.
Okay. I can break this guy right away.
I do feel a bit sorry.
I wouldn't expect any less of you. Take this! Hey! That's dangerous!
You shine just as bright as the moon in the night.
Take this!
A big hug for you.
Tell me
All
what
right,
you desire. I'll make it come true.
Time number 3. Is this the... I really love that on the side of you.
I'll keep my promise, no matter what.
Forward!
Barely broke a sweat.
Those cool moments you have are so unfair.
Take,
I brought cake. Off I go!
take this!
Barely broke a sweat.
Take this! Take this!
Enemy and
Okay,
breakdown.
another break.
Now's your chance. That's the last time I let myself get swallowed up.
There's nothing wrong.
I mean, we're focusing really heavily on these zero cost cards. We're
You
going to
made
focus
all the
almost
right
entirely
calls
on those.
There's a trick.
Action, 16 damage, banish this card. Banish, remove this card from play for the remainder of the battle. If within an enemy's attack range, when time counter is at 1, trigger an action phase. What?
Show them.
And now we have a yellow card.
You might just be able to negate an enemy's attack if you use it correctly.
That sounds pretty powerful. Time to make some adjustments to my deck. The stronger the effect, the more complex the code is. I've got the hang of it now, though.
Actions, 6 damage. If within an enemy's attack range, when time counter is at 1, trigger an action phase.
Another success.
You altered another
Interesting.
card's effect. I can't believe it.
Oh, what is this guy? This looks cool.
Unavoidable attack? This isn't good.
Well, yeah, we can use our action card. If you find yourself within an enemy's attack range when their time counter reaches 1, playing an action card will trigger the action phase. Pressing A at the right time during action phase will trigger the card's action effect, allowing you to evade the enemy's attack and counter them. You get 1 trigger the effect. Okay, so, yeah, let's...
Eat this! There!
I'm sure you can pull through.
Okay,
These action
interesting.
cards seem powerful.
When their requirements aren't fulfilled, they can be used as regular cards. Gauge the situation and use them as necessary.
Take this!
Tell me what you desire, I'll make it come true.
Don't be so upfront about your
I need this for you.
I'll keep...
Is this the... I really love that on the side of you.
Forward! I can still fight.
Yeah, I still got hit.
I brought cake and... Off I go!
Take this!
That sure was a surprise. Those cool...
Call for me whenever you please.
Oh, let's do
Let's see. Summon forge a rush when summoning at start of battle. 4 damage, draw 4 cards.
I'm not doing this for your sake, okay? Take this!
Okay.
I'll keep my promise, no matter what.
I'll crush you.
Okay, time to
Get out
break.
of my sight.
Nice.
You shine just as bright as the moon in the night.
time number 1, right?
Take this! Take this!
Enemy and breakdown. You can land big damage. Those cool moments you have are so unfair.
Settle down, will you?
Time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 1
tremble in fear. Dread my name.
Damn!
That's the last
Ton of
time I
damage
let
there.
myself get swallowed up.
10 break, draw 3 cards, discard all non-zero cost cards. Set up, gain 5 damage. Banish, remove card from play. Suspend. Pavlov. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Draw 1 card from this card. When this card's played.
I'm Locke. Pleased to meet you.
This game's starting to get really
What about
complex.
9 then? What's special about it?
9's mainly focused on the mana that flows from the Sacred Tree. It's also the franchise's first foray into the open world genre, so the setting is close to the first games.
So they've made it easier for newcomers to get into.
I like how they're talking about a game that you
Not
can't
only
even
are the
play.
foundation solid, apparently plot twists toward the end had existing fans get hyped too.
Apparently? I take it you're not a fan yourself then?
Yes and no. I've played 3, 4, and 7, but haven't managed to get around to the others.
Ah, I know how that feels.
It
Yeah.
doesn't help that each entry in this franchise is massive
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I guess I get that. Like, I mean, I played a few of the Final Fantasy games. I'd say like 6 is definitely my favorite personally. I've heard good things about 9. But that one's like on my list. But you know, I hated 13. Maybe it's better. Maybe I've seen people say like, oh, if you give it a chance and get X number of hours into it, it kind of makes up for it. I don't know. I personally just couldn't stand it. But it has its fans, so whatever. Not trying to.
Enemy engaged.
What's your deal?
Okay,
I want to have a conversation.
got another action. Oh, is this one of those virus guys? Freeze card. While this card is in hand, reduce damage dealt to 0. Banish this card and draw 1 card when damage would otherwise be dealt. Okay.
Take this!
There! Take this!
Enemy in breakdown. Now's your chance.
I can swim wherever I want. See?
Let's go!
So we still got the virus. Should have thought this through.
It's your turn, Neon.
I'm number 1, right? Take this!
Forward!
Is this? I really love that on the side of you.
No!
Ah, damn it. Didn't time it right.
Don't do anything crazy out there!
Forward!
I brought. Off I go.
Take this!
Alright!
My master
Okay,
is
we're making
mine
use of our
anymore.
abilities.
It's a maid's duty to hone their skills.
Do I have any action cards? Don't. Alright, so let's just dodge.
Barely broke a sweat. I was
I'm number 1, right? I made this for you, Father.
Take this!
I do feel a bit sorry.
Allow me to show you my full potential!
Oh, let's do that.
Okay, can't use anything that moves us up, so.
I'll keep my promise, no matter what.
It doesn't matter!
Couldn't do anything.
I'll keep my promise, no matter what.
There! Take this!
Enemy in breakdown. Now's your. That's the last time I let myself get
What just
swallowed
happened?
up. Heck yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with this one.
We're safe for now.
Alright, let's just go straight for the boss.
There's Alfric, the main character of Yggdrasil Records 9 in the flesh. Though his home country is a neutral state, his vigilante experience and general skill with mana makes him an incredible all-round warrior.
Which would mean that the lady with him is the main heroine, Canaria.
Yep, Canaria, maiden of the sacred tree. The Empire had her held captive, but I guess she's been rescued already. Spells and whatnot in this world are carried out using the mana that permeates the very atmosphere itself. The sacred tree is the source of that mana, but it can be refined even further through her song. The Empire, seeking out that refined mana, capture her as a result. That's the basic gist of it. Why her song has the power to do that is one of this world's biggest mysteries, though.
I assume you're adventurers? Why do you know so much about us?
Because you're super famous where we're from, I guess?
Famous? You're not bounty hunters sent by the Empire, are you? You couldn't have picked a worse time to come for us!
I can sense a strange, almost otherworldly power from them. Be careful, Alfric.
Otherworldly? They really must be desperate to get rid of us! But I've got no intention of losing! Back me up, Canaria!
I get the feeling I should have kept my mouth shut.
I'll give no quarter to any agents of the Empire.
With pride and
That's
heart, we ride!
Kinda dumb, honestly.
She'll be okay. Do
yeah,
what you're trying number one, right?
Let's go ahead and get this effect up and running.
Love that on the side of you.
23. Alright. Don't have an action, so we're just gonna have to move.
I'll slice you down! How did I miss?
There!
Trying number one, right?
Alright, move again.
Take,
I brought cake. Off I go.
take this!
Take this!
Take this! Take this!
Tell me what you desire, I'll make it come true.
Alright, we need to forge 6 rush cards.
Nothing's impossible for me and Kaguya. I'll keep my promise, no matter what.
Take this! Take
this! I won't let you have Canaria!
Yeah, just keep hitting
They're
him.
strong. Where did the Empire find hunters this skilled? Canaria! I need your song!
Leave it to me. To the earth's slumbering mana, I decree. Heed the call of the sacred tree.
What the?
Watch out, Neon. I'm detecting a powerful mod reaction from...
No matter where you are, my song will reach you. May the mana's bountiful blessings be with you.
That's kind of bullshit. She could just heal.
Take this! Take this!
Break.
Alfric?
Give me a little fun!
Take this! Take this!
Alright, cool.
Canaria!
Dungeons
These
begin
combinations
to
are actually, man, that is
which
insane.
proves they can be restored by obtaining the partition data.
Phew. Glad things worked out in the end.
What's going on? I figured you two were here for Canaria.
Yeah, sorry. Giving you the full rundown would take a bit too much time, but I promise we're not here to get in the way of your journey. And it goes without saying that we're not affiliated with the Empire whatsoever.
Well then, sorry for jumping to conclusions.
Likewise.
Don't sweat it. We weren't exactly courteous either.
We'll have to be extra careful about that next time.
Will the two of you be continuing your journey as well?
Yeah, this is the first step in our quest to return the world to normal.
In that case, please allow me to offer my blessings through a song.
Wait, for real?
Think of it as our way of making it up to you. Though we can't promise that it'll be of much use to you.
May the mana's bountiful blessings be with you on your journey.
Thank you, Canaria.
Create a new card. Guardian of the Sacred Tree, attack amp. Attack amp. After using this card to move, gain 10% boost the next damage dealt to an enemy. Break amp. After using this card to move, gain 10% boost to the next break dealt to an enemy. Draw amp after using this card to move, draw an additional card the next time you draw. Okay, so it's whatever way you use them, you basically use them to power up your next
vigilante
effect.
of the Kingdom of the Sacred Tree. Pleased to meet you.
Another Muse. Activate all 3 amp effects. Doubles the potency of all amp
The will
effects.
of the sacred tree guides my path.
Dungeon results. Total amount of turns taken during each battle within a dungeon will influence your final score. Fewer turns taken will result in a higher score. Higher score will yield more decode tokens, which can be used to enhance Neon. $30 decode tokens. Clear bonus. Okay.
We did it, Neon! We were able to stop the mod leak!
That's all well and good, but it was just one area out of many, right?
So, I mean... Well,
Yes, but still, it's a solid
we're coming up on
start.
an hour, so I'm going to... Once we get to, like... We'll continue the story a little bit, and then I'll kind of give my, like, thoughts. Air
What
fragment.
is this data? An error fragment?
An error fragment? What's that?
I'm not quite sure. This is a first for me. This is puzzling. It's either the source behind the mod leak, or something related to it. Let's keep a hold of it for now.
So the leaks are being caused when an error fragment interacts with partition data? But where did the fragments even come from?
You must be exhausted, Neon. How about we return to base first?
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I
return to
forgot that we
base.
pretty much came straight here from RT's world.
Sorted then. Let's get going. Promise me you won't do anything rash, okay?
So we can enhance stock mystery. So, okay. Let me just kind of give my final thoughts. I'll probably will continue with the demo
Is
next
there
time.
anything you'd like me to
but
do for you?
We'll kind of call it here. So, my thoughts of the game. Not really a fan of the story. Like, it seems kind of overly complicated, yet not
Promise
particularly
me
engaging.
You won't do anything rash, okay?
The character design's kind of mixed. The main character, I don't know, looks kind of like a doofus if you ask me. The lead girl's okay.
Leave equipment
I mean, she's
management to me.
cute and has some nice assets, as you can clearly see on screen. But not particularly amazing though. Like, the character design just feels like
It's
kind of
hard to put the brakes on once you start thinking about deck compositions.
this is a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go off. All right, take off that screen for a little bit. The character design just feels like it's kind of falls a little flat. Like, it's
I'm
not
sure
particularly
we can
amazing.
Put an end to this mod phenomena if we work together.
This whole thing about, like, other games and stuff, like, as far as I know, these games aren't real. I did see on the Steam page that apparently, so, like,
Thank you so much for all your hard
this game
work.
is made by Inti
Please,
Creates,
rest up.
and some of their games appear in there, but I'm actually not very familiar with their games. I'm familiar with Bloodstained. I haven't played Bloodstained, but I'm aware of it. It's definitely on
How
my
do you
list
really
of games
feel
I
about
want to
me?
play at some point in the future.
Well then, that makes
Um,
me feel a little better.
The combat I do think is really cool. Like, there's a lot of effects going on. It's a little confusing. I can't quite wrap my head around it yet. I feel like it's a little too much,
Thank you
if I'm
so
being
much
honest.
for all your hard work.
But
Please rest up.
you know, like, we kind of, as we saw, we kind of had a combination going where we'd summon a bunch of zero-cost cards and then get these all these just insane effects, and the zero-cost cards would just
Is
kind
there
of ramp
anything you'd
up
like
in
me to do
strength
for
as I
you?
used more and more of them. So it was an insane combination. So I'm definitely curious to see what other kind of crazy combinations exist in the game.
There's so much more.
But
want
I
to
feel
talk
like it's a
to you
little
about.
too much, honestly. Like I said, it just feels like there's way too much going on. Way too much was being thrown at me all at once. But I feel like if I was to play the game a little more and kind of get used to it.
I'd love to know what other games you like. There really are some
I'm sorry,
outrageous games
the
out
character
there.
just talking in the background. It's just a little. Okay, so you can't. I don't know.
Allow me to offer up a prayer for your safety.
There we go. We'll return to title.
Card-en-Ciel.
So, yeah, that's kind of my overall thoughts. I do like the combat. not a huge fan of the story or the character design. I mean, the character design's fine. It just kind of feels like that sort of generic anime design that doesn't particularly stand out. They just kind of added RGB effects to even the characters and like the HUD design. Which, you know, and like RGB is fine, but it just kind of feels like sometimes it feels like people just kind of throw it on and it's like, oh, we got to make it like, you know, cool for like gamers, and it's like, yeah, it's fine, but like, what else do you got? I don't know. I like it. I'm going to keep playing the demo. I kind of want to try some more of the dungeons, see what else we can find. But it's not. I'm not crazy about it. It's definitely not like a day one buy for me personally. But you know, for you, absolutely go for it. I feel like this is the kind of game that if it came out when I was a few years younger, I would have been all over it. But now, at this point in my life, I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's all right. It's fun. The character designs are fine. The story, not a huge fan of, but I mean, it gives you an excuse to go into dungeons and find more cards, and that's really, you know, it's a roguelike, so that's going to be the meat and potatoes of the game, is dungeons and finding new cards and coming up with new combinations. And for that specifically, it does seem cool, maybe a little over-designed. I'm not an expert on card game designs, to be honest. I don't play too many card games. But, yeah, I like it enough to keep going, but probably not enough to buy the game when it first comes out. But if you like it, you know, check out the demo for yourself. The game should be releasing, again, I believe the date is October 24th, assuming nothing changes. But, yeah, it's available on Steam. I don't know what other consoles are available off the top of my head, but, you know, check it out on Steam, check it out elsewhere. Like I said, I'll be doing some more in the future, so you can check those out. You can check out the game for yourself. But for now, I'm going to call it a day, and I'll see you again soon. Later.